Buying or selling a home should be a data-driven process, but what's the reality? I mean, it's a guessing game. If you're a buyer, you're constantly wondering, is this house worth the price? Is it about to drop in value? If you're a seller, you're thinking, am I pricing this right? Or will my home sit on the market longer than it should? And then if you're a real estate agent, you already know the struggle. Clients expect you to have instant answers, but the tools most brokerages give you, they're outdated and they don't help you keep up. So that's why I left a traditional brokerage and joined Valery, an AI-powered brokerage that's actually building the future of real estate from the ground up. So today I'm going to show you exactly why AI is changing the game. And later in this video, if you're an agent curious about what it's like to work at an AI-powered brokerage, stick around. I'll break that down for you too. So the truth is, real estate is broken. For buyers, you're browsing listings, but pricing feels like a mystery. How do you know if this house is actually worth it? How do you know if prices are about to drop? Spoiler alert, you don't. And by the time you get the info you need, the best homes are already gone. For sellers, pricing a home is just as confusing. You might think you've priced it right, but suddenly crickets. No offers, no traction, no movement. You're stuck with a home that's languishing on the market for longer than it needs to. And then for agents, clients expect us to be market experts, and we should, but the truth is, most brokerages don't give us the tools to keep up. We're stuck refreshing MLS, pulling comps manually, and hoping we're making the right call. But what if we didn't have to guess? What if AI could actually help us make better, smarter, faster real estate decisions? Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so AI isn't just about making real estate more efficient. It's about making it more transparent. So for buyers, AI can predict pricing trends so you don't overpay. You can also analyze market momentum so you know if an area is hot or if it's cooling down. And it also helps identify hidden gems before they go mainstream. And obviously that's my specialty if you follow this channel. Now, if you look at AI for sellers, it analyzes local sales trends and recommends pricing strategies based on real-time market conditions. And then it can tell you exactly what to expect in terms of offers and days on market. So let's look at what this tool that Valery has created can actually do. Okay, and here's where it gets wild. This AI doesn't just give estimates, it actually learns from the market in real time. And later in the video, I'll show you how this same AI system helps agents work smarter and not harder. Okay, so let's check the value of a home in Toronto. Instead of guessing, I input an address into Valery's AI tool, and within seconds, I get a complete pricing breakdown, including rental income potential and market trends. And then let's say I need instant insights. I can ask the AI, what's the forecast for home prices here in Toronto? And here's what happens. The AI doesn't just pull random stats, it analyzes actual trends and gives me real answers. And for buyers, this changes everything. Instead of endlessly scrolling listings, I can set up a smart search that tracks my exact criteria and alerts me the second a property fits my needs. But this isn't just for buyers and sellers. If you're an agent, imagine having leads that are already pre-qualified before they even get to you. That's coming up next. I didn't just join Valery because of the tech, although that was a massive part of it. What really drew me in was that this brokerage isn't just another version of the old system with some AI tools layered on top. It's something entirely new. So let's be real. Most brokerages in this industry are led by the same familiar faces, the same old boys club that's been running things for decades. And while that might work for some, I wanted to align myself with leadership that actually understands the complexity of today's market. Shamir Ahmad, Anza Malik, and Dan Foch aren't just new faces in real estate leadership. They bring fresh perspectives that actually reflect the way industry is evolving. They're tech-savvy, data-driven, and forward-thinking, which is exactly the type of leadership I want to be surrounded by in this new era of real estate. And then let me tell you, when you work in an environment where leadership actually gets it, you feel the difference. The conversations are different, the strategy is different, and that's what makes Valery stand out. So for me, another huge factor was the startup culture at Valery. If you've ever worked in a traditional brokerage office, you know the vibe. It's either overly corporate or it feels like you're walking into a boiler room of aggressive sales calls. That's never been my style. At Valery, the energy is completely different. It feels more like a tech startup than a brokerage, which honestly makes perfect sense. Many of my clients work in tech, finance, and other startup-driven industries. So being in an environment that mirrors that world makes it easier to connect with them. So I remember the first time I walked into the Valery office, and instead of the usual stale brokerage vibe, it felt like stepping into a company that's actually building something. I mean, it was a little bare bones and there was people kind of scattered around, but I could feel the energy and I could feel how things were going to be different. People weren't just talking about sales numbers, they were talking about innovation, AI development, and market disruption. And that's the kind of energy that I want to be around. And then here's the thing. When you join a brokerage that's already established in the old system, you're basically plugging into whatever model they've been running for years. There's no real opportunity to shape the culture or influence the direction. But with Valery, this is still just the beginning. I didn't just want to be an agent at a brokerage, I wanted to be a part of something being built from the ground up. Being part of the founding culture means having a say in how things grow, how the technology evolves, and how we change the game in Toronto real estate. The prospect of long-term growth, both for myself and for the brokerage as a whole, was a massive draw. And honestly, what excites me the most, Valery isn't just adapting to the market, it's shaping what the future of real estate looks like. And to be honest, I want to be a part of that. So, if you're an agent watching this, here's the real question. What's it actually like working at an AI-powered broker? So, number one, you have the freedom to work smarter and not harder. Okay, I know that's a buzzword, but one of the biggest things that drew me to Valery was the freedom to run my business the way that I want, without wasting hours on tasks that don't move the needle. So no outdated brokerage rules dictating how you should market yourself. No pressure to hit cold calling quotas or chase leads that you know deep down won't convert. So you're spending more time closing deals and less time wasted on admin work. And trust me, when you see what's possible with AI and real estate, you'll never want to go back to the old way of doing things. So then number two, leads that are actually ready to work with you. So every agent knows that leads are the lifeblood of your business, but not all leads are created equal. The problem, most brokerages either leave you on your own to find them or charge you a fortune for low quality leads that never convert. So Valery's AI tools generate leads through smart search and predictive analytics. The AI chatbot actually pre-qualify a lot of these leads before they even get to you. Then by the time you follow up, you already know their price range, location, and some of their basic needs. So imagine waking up, checking your CRM, and seeing a list of leads who have already interacted with your website, asked questions about the market, and are now waiting for you to book a call with them. That's what Valery AI does, and it works for you even when you're not working. And then the best part, you're not stuck cold calling people who clicked on an ad months ago. You're working with clients who are actively looking for their next move. Okay, so then number three, Valery is a brokerage that helps you scale your business. So let's talk about something that every agent thinks about, splits and fees. Most brokerages take a massive cut of your commissions while offering you barely any support. Valery keeps low fees and offers capped splits, so you can reinvest in your business instead of handing over a huge percentage of every deal. You get access to tech, coaching, and leads without the corporate bloat that inflates costs at traditional brokerages. So then when you combine that with the AI-powered tools and smart lead generation, you're no longer just running a real estate business, you're scaling it. So number four is, and this is a big one for me, Valery has a culture of innovation and collaboration. At a lot of brokerages, you're just another agent on the roster. There's no real culture, no real collaboration. Everyone's competing against each other instead of growing together. But at Valery, that's different. So we got a tight-knit startup style environment that fosters collaboration over competition, which means a shared mission of bringing AI-powered real estate to the forefront. So when I joined Valery, I didn't want to be part of a brokerage that was just keeping up. I wanted to be a part of one that was leading the way. And at Valery, I get to be surrounded by people who are actually building something new in this industry. That's the kind of brokerage that I want to grow with. So if you're an agent who's tired of the same old model and wants to be part of something bigger, this is your chance. Okay, so AI isn't replacing realtors. It's making the best ones even better. So if you're a buyer, seller, or agent who wants to experience the future of real estate, I highly recommend you try out Valery's AI for yourself. So click the link down in my profile or click this QR code that you see on the screen and see how it analyzes home prices, predicts market trends, and helps buyers and sellers make smarter decisions. And if you're an agent who's curious about how Valery can help scale your business, let's chat. Book a call, send me a DM, or let's grab a coffee. I'd love to share my experience and answer any questions that you might have. But now I want to hear from you. Where do you see AI taking real estate in the next 5 years? Do you think AI-powered brokerages like Valery will become the norm, or do you think the industry will resist the change? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.